Hi, my name's Beth Croft and I lead worship at Soul Survivor, and I just want to spend a couple of minutes just talking to you about worship in the dark place. I've just become a mum and I had my baby about 6 months ago, and when Josiah was born, we brought him home. The most amazing feeling, waking up and having a new baby there in the morning, although that wasn't the first time I'd woken up that morning. But I remember he had the shakes on day 2, so we ended up taking him into A&E when he was less than 3 days old, and he ended up staying in an incubator for about a week, and his blood sugars had dipped really low. He didn't have energy to feed, so he was being fed through a tube. And at one of those moments in life where you think you're going to be on top of the world with just elation and happiness and joy, it was also simultaneously one of the scariest times as well. And for me, worship just played just such a crucial part in that. I found myself being drawn to the same song on a Bethel album that just happened to be playing in my car every time we drove to and from the hospital to see him. And that song was called No Longer Slaves, and it just made me think about, actually, worship can be one of those things that it's so tempting to want to hide from God when we're angry or confused or walking through a desert or what seems like a storm. But actually, there's another side to it, and that is that worship can be our refuge. God says He's our shelter, He's our hiding place. And worship is the place where we come to meet Him. And the most amazing thing about our relationship with God is that we don't have to feel like we're in one piece when we come to meet Him, that we can meet Him when we're haggard, when it feels like we've been dragged through a bush backwards. And I suppose I just want to encourage you that if you're going through a time like that, that worship can be, worship and your meeting place with God can be a shelter, can be a refuge for you. And the amazing thing is that even those seasons of life change and our circumstances can go from, being on top of a mountain to being smacked down to reality, or in the, right in the crevice of a valley, that actually God is the one who always stays the same, that there are always reasons to run to Him, that there are always reasons to give thanks, even in the midst of pain and anxiety.